What's up YouTube? Tenchi Arizonia, the angry Dracolope of the Jackalope crew here, and I am still feeling a bit burnt out guys, but I wanted to do a video regarding this knife, my Tops Tibo, designed by Brian Griffin. Now I have made a few alterations to my particular Tibo. First off, I've had some custom handle scales manufactured for it. These were done quite a long time ago, and they were done by Denny over at Carry Customs. From what I know, he's not making handle scales for knives anymore, which is a shame because he was an amazing maker. And I also have a second set of scales for this knife. The ones on the knife are affectionately called the Speed Racers, and the ones in my left hand are called the Yellow Jacket scales. These are the scales, the ones in my left hand, that I would love to get a custom sheath for this knife to do a themed build. The reason I was originally going to do a themed build was because of the angry Jackalope, Robert R. Ricks, and he had a few themed builds using Tops Tibos as well. Anyway, let's take this blade out of its factory sheath and show you what I've done to it. Now, the first thing you will notice is that I have stripped the traction coating and blued the blade. You can obviously see some wear in the bluing from where I have been using this knife. Second thing, and something I only finished off today, and I didn't think of doing it for the longest time, even though I've had the tool for several months now, got it sometime last year. I used the Dremel's stropping wheel to polish the tip of the blade on the spine. Look how nice that looks. That took me about 5 minutes with a stropping wheel and white compound. And finally, I have sharpened this blade today. And while I was sharpening it, I actually caught myself in the knuckle with the tip. Didn't draw blood, but it bloody stung. So I know I haven't rounded the tip over on this. You may also know that the gym pin also has the same sort of polish as the tip of the blade on the high points of the gym pin here. Don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but I can guarantee you will notice the shiny spine right towards the tip. There you go, look at that, that's beautiful. That took about 5 minutes. Anyway, let's see how good of a sharpening job I did. By the way, I used my my workshop guided sharpening system. And it took me about 20 minutes, I think. It's not perfect. In fact, I can actually feel one dull spot still, but I'd say that's a perfectly serviceable edge. Not perfect, as I said, but then again, I only took about 20 minutes to do this. It is snagging a bit, because I do know there is still a dull spot on this knife, but yeah, you can see the little snags there and there. And I can't really identify where the dull spot is, to be honest. I know there's a dull spot because I can feel it when I'm trying to cut. And I think it's about halfway up the blade, but here's the thing. I can see there's a dull spot because it is snagging in the paper. Let me just cut this so I've got a clean edge. There we go, chuck half of that down. Yeah, I know there's a dull spot, but I can't pinpoint it. Because sometimes it's affecting, and sometimes it's not. But let me tell you something. Even with the dull spot, and I think I know where it is, it's roughly on the belly of the knife, right about here. I can actually feel it. Doesn't feel all that dull though, that's strange. Maybe I just suck at cutting paper. Yeah, there's a slight dull spot. Shaves hair, so it's not actually dull. There's just one slightly duller spot on this blade than the rest of it. And honestly, guys, I think I know what's causing that. A while back, I actually dropped this blade. It didn't land on concrete, it just landed on wooden floors, but I think what happened is I chinked the blade a little bit, so that's probably where that dull spot is. That being said, this isn't a review of this blade. I just want to know what you think of the customizations to it, namely the bluing and the little polished section of the spine. Which are the two modifications I've done on it. The handle scales are just a bolt-on customization, so I'm not counting those, but yeah, let me know what you think of the scales as well. Personally, I bloody love them. And there's both scales side by side. Hopefully the lighting I've got going does them justice. Anyway, that is my Tops Tibo, designed by Brian Griffin. One of my all-time favourite small fixed blades, and one that I had for the longest time set up as a neck knife. You can see that in some of my older content. Anyway, regular content will be back in time. I just wanted to get this particular video done about the customizations I had done to my Tibo. Anyway, that's all for now. If you like it, please subscribe, comment and share, and remember, be good to each other.
I'm a Dracolope, bitch.